Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of A Closer Look, the show dedicated to bringing you the facts. We ask the questions no one else will, and we get the answers that no one else can. I'm Hanna. Thanks so much for joining us. We're coming to you live from the beautiful Bahama Resort, where the Bahamas Design Center, BDC, has created this very beautiful holiday set for us. Welcome to ACL's Year in Review. 2023. What a year, am I right? It feels like it was just January, but yet here we are, just days away from a brand new year. In many ways, 2023 has been a year of national celebration and accomplishment. We've experienced the collective triumph of seeing 50 years of independence. We've seen our athletes take the global sports world by storm. We've seen the full rebound of cultural experiences like Junkanoo, regattas, and homecomings, and we even managed to finally give sloop sailing the recognition it deserves as the national sport. But even with all those celebrations, for many of us, it's not been an easy road to get to this point. As blessed as we have been, there have been challenges. For some of us, employment and other opportunities have been hard to come by, and feeding our families has become increasingly difficult due to the global cost of living crisis. Well, in response to these very real challenges, the policy positions taken by the government this year were designed with Bahamians in mind. Now, if you've been paying attention, then you know about the work of agencies like the Department of Consumer Affairs, which acts as a watchdog for Bahamian consumers. You know about the major investments in healthcare across the Family Islands and here in the capital, and you know about efforts to reduce learning losses at every grade level at every school in the country. But even if you weren't aware, that's where we come in. Over the next 2 episodes, we'll be taking a closer look back at some of the initiatives which have helped move the needle in terms of our national development. And while we are looking back, we are also looking forward and building on the groundwork that has been laid. With the help of our guests over the next 2 episodes, we will also have conversations about our collective and individual roles in shaping the upcoming year and the many more ahead. So stay tuned, because part 1 of our year in review begins on the other side of the break. Welcome back. You're watching A Closer Look. I'm Hanna, and tonight we're taking a look back at the year that was and highlighting the government's plans and policies that made an impact in 2023. For many Bahamians, the biggest challenge this year has been coping with the rising cost of living. Is it me, or is the price of everything going up? In this next story, our ACL correspondent, Catherine Duncombe, takes a closer look at the government's response to such global factors. Catherine?
For so many Bahamians this year, affording necessities like groceries and other items has become even more difficult. This year, living expenses in the Bahamas and around the world have reached an all-time high as the economy continues to recover from the combined threat of COVID-19, worsening global conditions, and the lingering impact of Hurricane Dorian. Bahamian families have been forced to make major adjustments to their way of life. Economic Affairs Minister, Senator the Honorable Michael Halkitis, says that in response to these global factors, the government has been making strides in implementing policy decisions that have been reducing costs for the average Bahamian.
Yes, no doubt the cost of living is high on the minds of individuals around the world, as well as here in the Bahamas.
This administration has seen the urgency of reducing our national dependence on food imports and encouraging Bahamians to grow our own food. Halkitis says crucial strides have been taken in the agricultural sector, specifically with the Golden Yoke program, which Halkitis says the government plans to expand more into BAMSI to graduate students in agriculture, teaching them the latest modern methods.
I think the most important thing that the government can do is continue to make individuals aware of the importance of growing more of what we eat.
According to the minister, the public's response to the government's policy decisions have informed them of how they are currently doing and how to move forward.
The feeling is that there's more to be done. We in the Bahamas because we are an importing nation, we feel the impact of things like when you have the war in Ukraine that disrupts food supplies, and the unrest in the Middle East that has the potential to disrupt energy supplies and the supply of fuel that would drive costs up. So we believe that we have had an impact, but you are fighting against external impacts.
As we move into the next year, the government affirms its commitment to addressing concerns across various industries, and Halkitis says they will remain committed to economic growth for the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
Recent information from our Bahamas National Statistical Institute demonstrates that our economy now is growing at a rate back at ahead of the 2019, which is pre-Dorian, pre-pandemic.
Halkitis emphasizes that while these may seem like small steps, each policy decision carries significant weight and contributes to the broader impact. Catherine Duncombe, reporting for A Closer Look.
Some great initiatives indeed. Thank you so much, Catherine. Stay with us. Part 1 of our Year in Review continues after this. This is BDC Living, where we bring your indoor and outdoor living dreams to life. Visit our AIP warehouse showroom and explore the wide range of luxurious bedding options designed to transform your bedroom into a sanctuary of style and comfort. Experience firsthand the ultimate comfort of our sofas and sectionals, or transform your dining area with pieces that combine style and functionality. And as the holidays roll in, you can give the gift of BDC with our selection of festive home decor, trinkets, and treasures to make your holidays even more festive. Visit any of our BDC Living locations today and let your dream decor journey begin with us. Welcome to A Closer Look's Year in Review. I'm Arabina Apia. Thanks so much for joining us. Another major focus of the government's policy agenda this year has been the creation of employment and entrepreneurial opportunities for average everyday Bahamians. In this next report, our Marcos Ambrister takes a closer look at how plans unfolded in 2023 and a peek at what's to come in 2024. Marcos?
The Access Accelerator Small Business Development Center has undoubtedly been on the move in 2023. I was able to catch up with Executive Director Samantha Roll to have a quick recap of all they've accomplished.
We've been able to fund about $81+ million, assisting over 2,100 clients across 15 islands and 44 industries.
Their Creative Entrepreneurs Initiative has given creatives not just access to funding, but also tips on how to protect their intellectual property.
One, get the level of funding that they need, the support, the awareness in regards to the elements, regards to their specialty within that space. But then also most important is helping them to understand, as a creative, you do things that are so innate to you, that you enjoy, that you create, but it's also a business. And in doing that, you want to protect your intellectual property.
And while they may be based in New Providence, they do what it takes to ensure they reach the entire Bahamas.
We have made an intentional effort through our programming, through our interfacing, through our interactions, that Family Island development is a strategic and intentional focus for us. And so we make sure that anything that we do, we find interesting mechanisms to engage, right? So different than the New Providence space, on the Family Islands, we have to tap into various community WhatsApp groups. We have to tap into the local mayors on the island. We have to tap into the administrators pool. And those are the things that we do. We make sure that the way that we structure our programs, we give a little bit additional leeway and leverage for Family Island. And so we may very well structure the program budget to say 60-40, where 60% of the budget goes towards Family Island entrepreneurs.
Overall, it is no doubt that successes are innumerable and quite fulfilling.
Our success story is that in 2023, we have almost doubled what we've done in our humble first beginnings of 3 years prior, right? And I think that's an amazing milestone, a tremendous accomplishment. We have also been able to, just within this year of 2023, help to fund in the tune of $7 million, almost 200 businesses, just in 2023. So for 2023, we have surpassed what we thought initially would be a great year. It has been a phenomenal year, not only for the team at SBDC, but also for our clients.
Reporting for a closer look, I'm Marcos Umbrister.
Thanks so much, Marcos. When we return, we shift our focus to education. Stay with us because A Closer Look continues right after this.
Out, guys, 1 minute out. And 3, 2.
Hello, everyone. Be sure to tune in right here every Monday night at 8 p.m. for another episode of A Closer Look, the show dedicated to bringing you the facts. I'm Aravina Apia, your host for this season, and I'll see you right here every Monday night at 8 p.m. on cable channel 212. Welcome back. In a post-COVID Bahamas, the government's focus on education has been designed to address learning loss and to meet the foundational needs of student learners across the country. For more on this, we go to our very own Jillian Gray.
With the problems brought on by the pandemic still posing a challenge, the Ministry of Education in 2023 went into overdrive and has taken significant steps to address learning loss, introduce innovative skills to students for the 22nd century, and ensure the foundational needs of students are met. After Education Minister Glenys Hanna saw that a learning loss survey revealed that 44% of public school students require urgent learning intervention, the ministry implemented various strategies to combat this, including summer programs, early morning classes, at-home remediation, and collaboration with non-governmental agencies. Prime Minister Philip Davis also made it a top priority of his to ensure the reduction of absenteeism. The Find Every Child initiative has been a collaborative effort spanning multiple ministries aiming to bring hope to these students. As an assessment, Prime Minister Philip Davis visited the S.C. Macpherson Junior High School, where last last year, 365 students missed more than 50% of the school year, but that number has dropped to just 14 this year. Attendance rates have improved tremendously from under 50% in the 2021-2022 school year to now 94% attendance. The Prime Minister and Education Minister understood the demand to a fundamental need of students, nutrition. The National School Breakfast Pilot Program was launched to provide healthy breakfast options to students. The program has expanded to 8 schools throughout the Bahamas. The program serves approximately 2,000 students 3 times a week. The Ministry of Education remains committed to helping all Bahamian students thrive. The Find Every Child initiative and the National School Breakfast Pilot Program are just a few of the post-pandemic initiatives shaping the future of education in the Bahamas.
We'll be back with some in-studio guests, so stay tuned. Welcome back. Our guests today have been at the forefront of the government's efforts to address some major movement in our national development. Please welcome to the show Agriculture Minister, the Honorable Jomo Campbell, and Education Minister, the Honorable Glenys Hanna Martin. Welcome to you both.
Thank you.
Good to be
Thanks for
here.
having me.
So we are in the midst of our retrospective of 2023, and I want to talk to you both about some of the initiatives that you have undertaken this year. What are you most proud of? And maybe looking forward to the future as well. Minister, let's start with you. I know in a post-COVID Bahamas, there's been a lot of focus put on addressing learning loss and getting students back into the classroom, getting them functioning at the levels that they were pre-COVID.
Yes.
What has that work been like? And, can you tell us what 2023 has done in terms of addressing that issue?
2023 has been a really aggressive year of seeking to achieve all of the objectives that rose out of a COVID reality. But we also understood there were some pre-COVID issues. And so I felt really good about 2023 because it was a year of activation, a lot of strategies, a lot of hard work by stakeholders. We've worked with parents more effectively. And so I think that 2023 has been, I was grateful for it because while we were able to take the bull by the horns and address a number of issues, but we were also able to position ourselves to accelerate. So we were doing remediation and now we are focusing on acceleration. When I first took office 2 years ago, we spoke a lot about learning loss. We've done the testing, we've assessed the status of our students. We are intervening as appropriate, but now our focus is shifting into a more acceleration mode where we're ensuring that all of the other items that we think are important in learning are introduced and our young people are able to really now move beyond this conversation of post-COVID or COVID.
I know, I love you talking about the acceleration. What does a future-ready education system look like to you?
Well, first of all, and we've just completed an audit of the computers we have in our school system. It's quite shocking, the deficit. Our member here, he has been very active in assisting us through as a member of parliament. But we want to make sure we have the computers in all of our schools. We want to integrate IT into everything. We want our children, our young people, to be proficient in the use of this technology. So it'll be integrated into all subjects, not just the computer subject or in the curriculum, but in everything that they're doing, it's integrated so they become very adept with this technology and also probably move beyond that. We have introduced coding so that they're able to go to the next level in programming and things of that nature. We also want our young people to be happy. So the arts are critical, and we have arts in the curriculum, but not as fully integrated. And we're doing a project now. We've integrated the arts into core subjects, how children learn using the arts in English and mathematics and science, etc. So we want our children dancing. We want them in drama. We want them in speech. We just had a Christmas function and got Gerald Cash Primary, the drums. Oh my Lord, I have to tell you, that was awesome. And they've been good for a long time, but they're really good. But we want to introduce the arts more. We want to identify our talented athletes, so they're able to, while they get the academics, they're able to really achieve their premium status as athletes, get scholarships. And then we want critical thinking. We want our young people not just to be able to regurgitate information. We want them critically thinking. And an important thing is we want them to be able to articulate. We find a lot of our young people, they speak under their breath, they're not confident, a lot. It's pretty broad-based. We want to move away from that. We want our young people, no matter where they are, who they are, what they want to do, if they want to do carpentry or if they want to do physics, that every child feels confident in articulation and in communication and in debate through critical thinking. So the next modality we're hoping is going to really have an activated, vital young person that when they hit the scene post-high school, that the world will know they've arrived and that they're grounded.
Well, Minister, I know that you heard the Education Minister talking about the integration of technology. I know that's something that your ministry has also been working toward. Can you tell us a little bit about the initiatives that are happening in agriculture? What are you most proud of in 2023?
We have done so much, but in order for us to truly assess what we have done in 2023, we have to take a look at what happened prior. In 2022, the United Nations indicated in a survey that there was 783 million persons that went homeless.
Wow.
Millions. There's also a projection that by 2050, 60% of the world will be on the brink of hunger. So with that stage being set, we now see exactly where we are and where we have to position ourselves in terms of agriculture. We hosted for the first time in decades in the Bahamas, the Caribbean Week of Agriculture, where all of the ministers in CARICOM signed on to Vision 25 by 2025. And this means that we are all seeking to reduce our food import bill by at least 25% by the year 2025. And we realized the importance of it because we saw just what happened during the period of COVID. And so from our point of view, what we wanted to do was get the awareness of the importance of food security out there, get the buy-in, and what better way to have buy-in than by starting with the children in the schools. So with that being said, for me, our school farming initiative program really touches home. It's an initiative where we have identified 15 schools out of 35 for a first phase, who were all awarded a grant of approximately $2,500 to get started with their school farming program, because we want the future generation to have a hands-on experience and a hands-on appreciation of what it really means to feed ourselves.
Absolutely. I love that we're having the conversation about food security and reducing the import bill, because that has been a major issue, especially as we look at the global cost of living increase. And we've seen that really in the ability or inability of Bahamians to really feed their families. So let's talk about what, What steps are being taken to rope in local growers, local farmers? We talked about the school initiatives. What else is being done?
Well, just recently we have actually launched a Sustainable Food Growth Grant where we've partnered with SBDC, the Small Business Development Center, and we put $1 million out there. $1 million for the Bahamian public to access small startup businesses. 60% of it was allotted to the fisheries industry and 40% of it being allotted to agriculture. And I can tell you the response has been overwhelming, so much so where we have now sought to extend the deadline because persons are eager to get up and running. And it encompasses a wide variety of sectors. We have persons who are looking to incorporate technology, whether it's in hydroponics, aquaponics, solar panels for their farms. You know, agriculture is becoming very technical, and we want the Bahamian farmers, the young farmers, the traditional farmers to be able to take hold of that and to run with all of the advantages that are out there. It helps in reducing their operational costs, which ultimately leads to higher profits for them. And if you want to encourage anybody to participate in a particular sector, you have to show them that it's financially beneficial for them as well.
Are you seeing that interest?
The interest is overwhelming. As I said, you know, the response is coming in. And we've also been able to assess the interest in agriculture by the growth and participation and viewership in our program, Good to Grow. You know, our Good to Grow program airs every Tuesday and Thursday on ZNS. And over the last year, the viewer base has risen from approximately 1,000 to 7,000 persons. We had an episode with a young lady farming strawberries that had over 60,000 views. So people are paying attention. So that's what we want to do. We want to grab their attention and then get their interaction to help us achieve our vision.
Well, thank you very much, Minister Campbell. That's a great initiative indeed. Thank you both for being here. Thank you so much for participating in our year in review.
Good to be here. Thank you.
Yep.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's more of a closer look, our year in review, after this. This is BDC Living, where we bring your indoor and outdoor living dreams to life. Visit our AIP warehouse showroom and explore the wide range of luxurious bedding options designed to transform your bedroom into a sanctuary of style and comfort. Experience firsthand the ultimate comfort of our sofas and sectionals, or transform your dining area with pieces that combine style and functionality. And as the holidays roll in, you can give the gift of BDC with our selection of festive home decor, trinkets, and treasures to make your holidays even more festive. Visit any of our BDC Living locations today and let your dream decor journey begin with us. As we close the curtain on this year, I hope that you take into 2024 the triumphs, both individual and collective. But I also hope you take with you the lessons, because the lessons we've learned are a measure of our growth and proof that when you know better, you do better. In part 2 of our year in review, you can anticipate deeper exploration of even more pivotal initiatives and some forward-focused discussions with our insightful guests. Till next time, Bahamas, I'm Arabina Apia. Happy holidays and good night.